Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Trans-West Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela, and this morning I'm going to be taking you guys through a brand new, just arrived on Friday, 2025 Cimarron Norstar 5.4 slant load, full width rear tack, and a 15.4 full Outlaw conversion up front. So lots going on in this one. I say this all the time, but I'm really excited to show this one to you. It's a lot of fun, really cool interior stuff going on. So before we get to the inside, we'll go ahead and pull up our drawings and get through those numbers that everyone wants to know about. So as far as Cimarron goes on this one, we are looking at a total floor length of 39 feet. With your longer nose and front door roll-up enclosure, we've got a 9-foot nose on this guy. 15.4 short wall, 15.6 is what your trailer is going to show you. We have a 2.6 rear tack, so it's a bit bigger of the rear tack back there. We've got 7.10 tall with that integrated hay pod giving us 7.3 interior height. And then going inside of that Outlaw conversion, we're going to have our standard queen size mattress up in the nose. We're going to have a 72-inch sofa sleeper on your drop wall. We'll have a 75-inch wraparound dinette in that hydraulic slide out. Full-size bathroom in this one. Nice size kitchen as well. And then again, like I said, some really fun colors on this one. So say it all the time, but I'm really excited about this one. As soon as it came in, I came running outside to see it. We've been waiting a long time. I just think it turned out so nice. So starting here at the outside of our Outlaw conversion, we do have an electric awning that will come out. So giving you guys that outdoor space when you're at a horse show or rodeo, hanging out with your friends, you're gonna have that shade covered there. We do have some exterior outlets here as well for you guys to plug some items in. If you are spending some time outside, I've always asked customers what they will plug into this spot, and the best response I've got so far is electric scooters for the kids. So all different purposes, but having that outside is very nice. And then you will have your screen door on this door. So getting into your LQ, you'll have that tuck away screen door there. So nice option to have that when you're going in and out so much. Exterior speakers as well. We've got some LED lights under the awning and then some awning lights outside. So tons of visibility. But we'll go ahead and step inside and show you guys these cool colors that I keep talking about. So stepping up in here, we'll just go ahead and start up in the nose. We do have that pocket door entrance there, so you guys are stepping through that pocket door into your nose. We have a 32-inch TV up there on a swivel arm. That's going to swivel out over your bed. Again, full-size queen mattress up there. We've got a really nice wardrobe up front. I know it's hard to see kind of behind those pillows, but your wardrobe's going to be in the middle, and then on your left and right-hand side, we have some open shelving, which I thought was a phenomenal idea. We've started to see some trailers coming out with more of like a nightstand setup, but I think with this size of nose, having those open shelves up there, kind of taking a little bit away from that wardrobe space, but giving you a perfect tuck away nightstand option there. Doesn't eat into your bed space, still have room on both sides for your dogs, because that's where mine sleep. But then you can always tuck your phone up in there, your Apple Watch, anything that you have charging. Stick those up in there, and then you do have that wardrobe space again for some extra storage. But I really like how that option turned out up there. I thought that was really nice. And then stepping back into your Outlaw conversion, you're going to see everything, kind of a good clear picture here. This right here is going to be your black croc, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but I think it's beautiful here in person. We've kind of got a little bit of our sunlight reflecting off of it right now, but this is a black, pure black crocodile there on your 72-inch sofa sleeper. And again, this one will turn down into the bed. I can show you guys how easy it is. You're just going to pick up and flip that down right there. So that does make a bed. Again, 72 inches long, so plenty of length there. Underneath it, there's not going to get any storage under there because you have a 60-gallon freshwater tank. Tucks away just as easy. So real easy to just make that into a bed in a pinch. You just want to quick take a nap. That's very easy to do. And something to keep in mind that's also very nice is when your slide out is slid in, this can still make that bed option. So if you just need to pull over at a rest area, jump in your trailer and take a nap with more than one person up in the bed there, you don't have to bump that slide out. You can just leave everything tucked away and still turn that into a bed and get some rest. Up above, we've got good overhead cabinet space. These cabinets are real hardwood, so they're good quality, very heavy duty. Outlaw only uses real hardwood on their trailers, so they tend to come in a little bit heavier as far as your overall weight of a trailer, but you're getting really good high quality in this trailer. Got cabinets everywhere. They do a phenomenal job of just getting you guys so much space. Even if this may seem like a little bit of dead space, they've turned it into more storage for you guys. We've got our satellite down below, as well as our AM FM radio. This is going to control those speakers outside, so you guys are going to have zones 1, 2, and 3. You'll have a zone up in your nose, you'll have a zone down here in your living space, and you'll have a zone outside, so you guys can kind of control those how you need them. Also does USB, HDMI, auxiliary, and of course Bluetooth. So lots of options there. And then stepping around to our slide out right here, this one is a hydraulic slide out. So because of that, we've actually been able to get you another fresh water tank on board. So you are going to have 2 water tanks on this one. You're going to have an additional 40 gallons in this hydraulic slide out here. And then you do have the full wraparound dinette on this one. We've actually been seeing a lot of just our regular 2 bench seat dinettes lately, so it's nice to see a different version come in as far as this wraparound goes. This is going to give you a little bit more seating, a little bit different seating space here. You guys do see you have a little bit smaller of a table here because of that, but if you're looking for more seating space, this is going to be that option for you guys. Still plenty big enough though, if you are working remotely, working on the road with your computer or your files spread out, you still have plenty of space to do that right here. And then all of our windows all around, we've got day and night blinds on all of these. So you guys can see right now they're all on the night setting. So we can lift these up and get you your day setting, which is perfect if you are working off of this table and you don't want that sun glare on your computer screen. You can always drop those down but still be getting in some daylight where you're not just closed up in your horse trailer here. Or if you want them all the way open, you can have that option as well. These do twist open. You can pop these open and get you some ventilation through there. And then up above and on our couch here, everywhere you guys are seeing that black crock continued. So I really like how they do carry it throughout the trailer, and it's not just a random couch here and then you don't get anywhere else. It's not overbearing either. I think this one just turned out really well with how they laid it out. And then up above, we do have cabinetry above both of them. There is no partition in the middle, so you can get to both of these without anything in the way. It works great if you're storing longer items. You can get more storage up in there. And then underneath as well. So you're not going to have your full pull-out drawers like we see on those 2 bench seats, but you do have an access door here. And in case things run off from you and you can't quite reach it through there, you also have access underneath those cushions as well, so you guys can get to stuff that kind of runs away back there. And this table here also will make down into a bed. So for those of you looking for trailers with 3 sleeping areas, I see that on Facebook a lot when I'm looking for those posts. A lot of people look for a trailer with 3 separate sleeping areas. This one here is going to make your 3rd one. So these just pop open like that. You're going to push this down. I will tell you guys, I'm not the best at it. I usually have to climb on the table to get it to push down, but they do kind of have a spring in them. They are meant to kind of help themselves back up once you pop these open after it's been down. So that's why. So keep that in mind, that you're gonna have to get a little bit more pressure to get it down initially, but once you're ready to step it back up, it does have those springs and will go back up. And then you'll just lock those back in place. Stepping back to our full bathroom, of course you have your privacy door right here, but coming back here, some really nice finishes on this one. I'll keep my clipboard out of the way, but we have that black crock continued. Like I said, they did a great job just bringing it throughout this trailer. We've got a huge shelf linen closet here. Keep in mind, all of these shelves are fully adjustable. You guys can see that track back there at the back of the cabinet, so you guys can change those if you have taller items or shorter items. You want to just take one out, give you more space. I think that's awesome as far as your adjustability, giving you guys a lot of versatility. And then our big medicine cabinet behind our bathroom vanity here. This is a great spot for those smaller items, and I really like that their shelves have that lip on them, so nothing is going to slide out. You know, whenever you travel on an airplane, they always tell you about those overhead bins. Objects may shift in flight. Well, they do that in horse trailers too. So it's nice to have those. Nothing's gonna come jumping out at you when you open those, but huge space. This is a very large mirror there with tons of storage behind it. And then this sink, one of the first things that caught my eye when I stepped in it last week. As soon as our driver dropped it off, I think this looks beautiful, gives it that really high-end, classy finish to it, as well as kind of your waterfall spout there is what I'll call those, and then that backsplash behind it I just think looks, kind of ties it all together, gives it a really beautiful finish. Down below, more cabinetry, as well as where your toilet paper is going to go here, access to your water pump, your drain valves for when you're winterizing. But nice that you can get all the way through this cabinet. They're not just giving you walls and small cabinets, they're really utilizing all of the space there. We do have a pass-through. A lot of customers will ask for the pass-through because of that stud wall and that escape door right there, which of course we can check out when we get to our stall area, but right now I could just walk straight out my trailer that way. So a lot of people look for that for your mudroom setup, being able to just access the bathroom straight from your horse trailer there, strip down all your muddy clothes, come in here, and then change into your clean clothes before you get into your trailer. So that's a big draw there. And then we're going to come in this cabinet and we'll see a couple things we got going on here. So down here, these two pieces are going to be a carpeted base for a movable table. I love that the base is carpeted so that when you do slide this around on your vinyl flooring, nothing gets scratched. This whole base, the whole bottom right here, you slide it around. You can use it for your kitchen. You can use it at your sofa to eat off of. Your table is just going to screw in right there. This is the top of your table. This is the bottom of it, but the top is against that carpet there. You guys can see it does strap in here, so everything is tucked away. It's not going to come falling out at you. But that top of the cabinet will, of course, match your kitchen and the colors we have out there. And then this cushion here, for when you turn that wraparound dinette into a sleeping area, this is going to cover that table and give you guys a full sleeping space there. And then two hanging clothes rods here, tons of closet space in this one. You're gonna be hanging all your clothes, call this one a double rod closet. And then your lights in here are auto lights. So they turned on as soon as we open these doors here, and they'll turn off as soon as we close these doors. And then our shower over here is a 32-inch shower. So we got this little clip, but then it's magnetic as well. You guys can see we always in the winter will have these shower heads on the ground, indicating these trailers have been winterized. But I'll step in here and show you guys how much height you're getting. For reference, I am 6 feet. So having that removable shower head is great to be able to take it off of here and be able to reach and rinse off everywhere. And then having the skylight above showers for me is going to be key to give you guys that extra head space. You're not going to feel so claustrophobic if it were cutting off right here, and it gives you a lot more natural light coming through there, so it feels a lot bigger. Again, that one is your standard 32-inch size. But we'll continue out and check out our kitchen as we make our way back out of this bathroom here. So over here we're going to have another 32-inch TV. So that's going to be that same size we saw up in the nose, which in turn is going to give you this 6.0 fridge freezer combination. It's going to be the smaller size, definitely not a dorm fridge. You're still getting a huge fridge freezer combination here. But if you guys are building a trailer, or if you're looking at inventory trailers, if you change this to a 24-inch, you will get that 8.0 fridge freezer combination. But you guys can see still plenty of space. If you are spending weekends on the road, weeks on the road, this is still going to be very usable space here. Runs on electricity or propane. And those do lock there, so make sure when you guys are pulling these handles open, you are pushing them that way before you pull on the door. That's how they're going to unlock themselves. And then over here, one of our control panels on this guy, you're going to have your thermostat here that's going to run you through your AC, your fans, your heat strip, and then your furnace. Down below, you guys are going to have your tank levels here. You guys can check all of those levels right there, as well as turn on your water heater and your water pumps. You guys will see 2 pumps because we have 2 water tanks in this one. So one for under your sofa, one for under your dinette, and then the heater to turn that on. And then down below is going to be our propane here. So right now we are seeing that green light, meaning the system is okay as is. But to open and close the valves, you're just going to hold down that button until your valve turns green. So now that's indicating you have propane coming to this trailer and you are good to turn on your furnace, turn on your stove, and then you want to flip that back off when you want to turn that propane off. So that's a great safety feature there, and I love that it has indicator lights to keep you guys in the know about what's going on underneath your trailer. Going over here, we have a microwave convection oven. So this one's going to do both. A lot of people will look for that for cooking on the road. If you're going to spend a lot of time cooking, it's nice to have that dual feature there, and that is a very large size. Up above, more cabinet space. Again, Outlaw really does a phenomenal job of just all these little spaces getting you storage wherever they can. And we've got those same lip shelves in there. And then down below, we will have our cooktop, 2-burner recessed cooktop right here. So I always talk about how the recessed ones are going to limit your pot and pan size because of these walls, but this seems like a really large space to me. So although it is going to limit it maybe a little bit, this is still a very good size space to get those larger pots and pans in there. And you do have your off, your light, and your high, and then pushing this button here is actually going to ignite the flame for you, so you don't need a lighter with this trailer. Over here we have our kitchen sink. I really like this color and this material of this one. I'm very much a matte black kind of person. I have a lot of matte black appliances in my house, so maybe that's why I like that. But really good size, really deep too, so once you do throw your dishes in there and you're washing it down here, you don't have to worry about so much of the water splashing out like you would in a shallow sink. That has a cover as well as that recessed cooktop, so lots of countertop space here. But then we also have this fold up countertop extension, which of course does match. Back here we've got another one of those pop open windows. You're just going to twist that and it's going to pop those open and get you some ventilation. It does have day and night blinds as well. And then your same black crock continued there. Down below we've got some drawers. I always like to open these because they're not opened in our photos, because then we just have way too many photos online. But show you guys all the space. A little bit shallow here, getting deeper as we go. And then your largest one down here. So good pantry space for your kitchen, storing your appliances or your silverware there. And then access to your water systems here. So being a full Outlaw conversion in this one, you are going to get a 3-year warranty. Really great full coverage warranty, the longest one on the market with these conversions. They really stand behind their trailers and their products. Again, all real hardwood. They do have 24/7 tech support as well. So if you guys are maybe in Fort Worth, your month-long cutting finals down there, you're in OKC, you're at BBR, you're anywhere on the road and you're not home and you need help, you can call and they'll troubleshoot. They're really great to work with. Microwave convection ovens, they install these. If this manufacturer has a 1-year warranty, they installed it, they're covering it for those full 3 years. Same with your generator, guys, which is a huge key. I always like to point out, they install that generator. It's an Onan 4.0 gas generator on this trailer. Maybe it's only warranted for a year. They installed it, they're going to cover it for 3 full years. So 15.4 Outlaw conversion in this one with 3 full sleeping areas is giving you guys that overall floor length of 39 feet. So for those of you looking for 3 sleeping areas and a shorter trailer with 5 horses, this is the one for you guys. But as we step out, we're going to peek at that other control board. I just talked about that generator, Onan 4.0 gas generator. This right here is just going to be the switch for your fuel tank. So this does not actually cut power. It's just showing you how much fuel you have. This over here is going to be your control for on and off. And then this shows how many hours. You guys are going to see 4.6 right now. Outlaw does run them. We run them when they get here as well. We service them as well. So lots going on here. We're just going to flip that off. Hydraulic slide out. So you're on and off right here with your key. And then pushes it out, brings it back in. Again, this is hydraulic, so it's a heavy duty one right here. Your electric awning. And then your water heater. We'll make our way back out of there. As we step out, I really want you guys to pan back and look at just your full big picture right here. This one has a lot of upgraded lights on it. And when I first started, it was more shady over here so you guys could see all the lights. Maybe not now, but upgraded marker lights. We've got lots of marker lights all along the top rail of this guy. We've got courtesy lights down below. We've got awning lights for visibility everywhere. We've got side turn signals right here. So we've got a lot of upgraded lights on this one. Really gonna have a lot of visibility early in the morning and late at night with this trailer. But we'll work back to our Cimarron side of the trailer here. Drop down windows on hip side, giving you guys lots of ventilation through this trailer. Customers down south will ask for this a lot. I've been speaking with a guy in Florida that said drops are a must for him. Down in that humidity and that heat, nice to just open up your trailer nice and big. Got tie rings on both sides here. And then down below, so we're gonna have a triple axle on this one. These are 8Ks and they are air ride. So you guys will notice right now all this extra height right here. You do gain about 4 inches when you flip that air ride on. So that's what this is gonna look like. We'll check out that system at the end, but this is gonna be really great for those long distances. Rough highways, your horses are gonna be, I always say floating on clouds for lack of better terms, but they're gonna ride really well, it's gonna pull really well. And when you get to where you're going, they're gonna be ready to go. Before we step in here, one of the upgrades on this trailer is that we did carry the aluminum extrusion across all the doors. It's also across the ramps. I'll pick that up after we go in. But I think it looks really pretty, and that's just a nice upgrade. So really, again, like we talked about inside, just higher end classy finishes on this one. Charcoal sheeting, you guys can see it's gonna be a dark gray. But we'll go ahead and step in here. We've got another awning light up here, giving your horses confidence as they step in. Nice wide ramp on this one because of that extra length in your rear tack. And then we've got worm flooring. So as you guys are stepping up, you're checking out that flooring there. It's black on this one, but it is that pour-in, non-porous, non-permeable rubber flooring. It also does add an insulating factor. So if you combine that floor with your walls in this one being double wall kick mat lined and insulated, these up here are lined and insulated, as well as your roof. You don't get to see because of the integrated hay pod, but Cimarron's roof standard are insulated, as well as your lining and insulating here with that pod. All of that combined gives you a really well insulated trailer back here. So your horses are going to be riding warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer. They're going to have lots of ventilation there with all the drops throughout, your airflow dividers. But having those 3 items combined gives it a real nice, comfortable ride for your horses. We'll start way up front here. Now we mentioned probably a while ago, because I talk a lot in my LQ videos, but back in the bathroom, you guys remember that pass through? That's gonna be this door right here. So this is giving you access to your bathroom, your living quarters, from the outside of your trailer with that escape door right there. So you guys can step in there, strip down your muddy clothes, and climb right into your LQ. That escape door does have a manger on it. We can check that out once we get around, but all 5 of your stalls are gonna have mangers on this one. And then up front, we can get in 2 roof vents up in front of that integrated hay pod. So that's why you only see 2 right here. Behind here, we don't have any because of the integrated hay pod. But you guys get 2 of those roof vents right there. They are 2 directions, so they can open forwards or backwards. I will say they are way up in there because of this one being 7'10" tall. So make sure you bring a step stool to get up there. First one's gonna be a stud wall. So you have your full length stud wall down here. If you guys are using this one for hay storage, shavings, grain, pitchforks, muck tubs, all that will fit really well up here without sliding or interfering with your horses. We did do padded dividers on this one, as well as your airflow or your jail bar dividers. And then all 5 stalls have mangers. So you guys will have this feed trough right in front of them here. You guys also do still have your 2 tie rings. So I am one to always hang a hay net in front of my horses and allow them to pick out through that. And then whatever is wasted falls down in here for a second chance for them to eat it. Usually if I just fill right here, they'll kind of just nose it out to the ground. But nice, again, versatility, having the options, what works best for you and your horses. We have drop downs on the head side with jail bars as well. So right now you guys have a really good picture of what it looks like fully opened up. Lots of airflow in this guy. And then your last divider right here is called a breakover divider. So right now you guys can see with it all the way up against the wall exactly how much room you're getting as you come in here. With it being a triple 8K, we don't have as much wheel well, but you guys can see there's still a little bit of wheel well there to get around. If we went to tandem 9s, it would come in about 4 inches more. So you guys are getting a lot of extra space in here, but you guys can still see there's a little bit to work around right there with your side door entrance This breakover divider just gives your horses a little bit more space and confidence either getting in or backing out. Really user-friendly AR latches. But I will show you guys what it looks like when it's solid. So it has this protectant right here, so it's not going to damage those kick mats. But now you guys can see what you get when it's not broken over there. Still enough clearance to get you're confident, you're broke, you're used to this trailer horses in and out. But always safety first. It's nice to have the option to really kick that out of the way. We've got 5 OptiBrite LED lights in here, up here. I know I'm just making you guys go back and forth, but might as well come in and check those out because they do give you a ton of visibility in here for your horses once they get back in. I typically leave mine on when I run at night, but you guys have that option there. You can turn them off or leave them on. As we step out, we've got a head bumper right here. I'm 6 feet tall, so you guys can see. You still have, it's not really for you, but you have enough clearance here where most of your horses are going to be just fine. If you have one that kind of backs out quickly, gets a little bit elevated, they have a head bumper here for safety purposes. Also, a butt strap. Again, another nice safety feature that you guys can use if you have a horse that likes to back out as soon as you open that door. That would just keep them in there until you're ready, until you get them untied, or until you're prepared. We'll go ahead and shut this here and show you guys. Put my clipboard down for 1 second. We'll go ahead and pull this ramp up. You guys can see it is a little bit extra wide. I mentioned it is wider because we did a wider rear tack on this one. But we'll put that up and show you guys. We did carry that aluminum extrusion all the way down across your ramp, which I think gives it a really good clean finish there. But we'll step around to my favorite part of this trailer, besides the black croc. I do really love the black croc, but this is, as I told my manager when it came in, my favorite rear tack setup that I have seen so far. I really like how this one turned out. So you're gonna have fully carpet, the entire tack room is all carpeted. That's giving you guys kind of more of a warmer insulated feel there. It's giving you guys protectant for your trailer and your tack. It's also keeping the ride a lot quieter for your horses that will be listening to your tack kind of swinging around in here. But being behind your axles, you typically get a bumpier ride back here with the air ride. It's going to ride a lot nicer, so everything should stay put. But if it gets to bouncing a little bit, your horses won't hear it as much with that full carpet. We'll start here and work our way around because there's a lot going on. So you have your swing out saddle pad bars right there. They are in a gas shock, so they will swing out and then kind of stay there. Then they'll also swing shut and stay there. What's really nice with that gas shock is that there's not going to be any hardware clipping it back. So you guys have full accessibility right here to those saddle pads. And then with this being extra tall, we did get 6 of the bars here versus our standard 4. Down below, we have our brush tray on this one. I love having the brush tray on my doors. Just really holds all of those smaller items and then gives you guys more usable space right here versus trying to use all of that rear tack space. We do have a rear ramp climbing in and out of this one, which is nice because it does not have swing out saddle racks. You guys are probably used to seeing a swing out here and then a swing out here and then no ramp because you can access those saddles from the exterior, maybe a full down step. You could do a full down step on this one, but I think the ramp makes your life a lot easier. I've also heard that from a lot of customers who will come back and build a trailer and have that ramp, or they'll order one here and then put a ramp on it. Just getting in and out is a lot more accessible. Starting on this side, we have our shore power cord right here. So if you're not running the generator, you guys can plug into power with this. And then we've got 2 rows of bridle hooks over here. So lots of hanging space right here with the carpet behind. Going to this back corner right here, this is going to be our 14-gallon fuel tank for our gas generator. All carpeted, so it matches, looks nice. You don't even know it's back there. And then we have 2 removable saddle posts right here. So if you guys don't want these in here, you only want one of them, you can take either of these out. This whole post right here will just come out of the way. And then all of your saddles are fully adjustable. So you can slide these up and down. You could add another one. You could take one off. You can do whatever you want with these saddle racks here. Versatility, I always use that word in all my videos. I think they do a great job of allowing you to use your trailer how you need to. These saddle racks are my favorite. I bought a 2017 Cimarron here last year, and it had the previous saddle racks in it, not their upgraded ones, and before I even took it home I swapped them out for these ones because I believe in these ones and how well they keep your saddles on there. Really nice. And then back here on your partition wall, we've got more bridle hooks. We've actually got a high and low row here and a high and low row back there. So kind of using that space back there. Obviously there's nothing going to be here because of your saddles are on each of these. You guys can get back in there and access all of your hanging space. Maybe nice for the items that you don't use frequently. You can save the ones up here for the ones you use frequently and kind of stuff all your extras back there, your backups. And a third row over here, or a third side over here of bridle hooks. And then we left down below empty on this one. You guys could install another row there. We also offer like splint boot racks or rope holders. You guys can actually do a rope holder right there and then hang all your ropes on there. Or you could do the splint boot racks, which we'll see in another trailer. We just got one in that has those, or you could leave it empty and kind of just store some stuff up against it. And then up top here, this is one of my favorite things in a rear tack, is this upper shelf up here. It's kind of just dead space up there you wouldn't really use unless you carried your saddle racks full to the top and then added a fourth one. But I think 6 is going to be a good number for this one. So using that extra space up there, this is fully carpeted. It's got your rubber mat inside. It's got that 2-inch lip that we're used to seeing on our RTGs, but tons of overhead space. I actually have that little shelf in my runaround trailer full of stuff. So it's nice to just be able to toss stuff up there and get it up out of the way. We've got 2 really bright ultra-bright LEDs in here, so you guys have your visibility inside your tack room. And then over on this side, we've got, again, fully carpeted. We've got shelves. So we've got an upper shelf up here, 2-inch lips, fully carpeted. We've got the same thing right here. We've got a third one right here. And then down here, we've got a medicine cabinet. So we're actually gonna have the rubber mat and aluminum shelves in this one, non-carpeted. So this is a great space, again, for your meds. I've got a horse that gets some salve in his nostrils when he runs, tends to be a bleeder, so it's nice to throw all that stuff in there. Just anything that might be a little bit messier, maybe hoof dressing you guys can stick in there. But really good usable space, really deep, and then does have that door on it, so it is gonna keep everything contained in there. But I think the biggest thing with this setup is just the sheer amount of storage, and not just floor space storage, but actual usable contained storage. You guys can see there is still a ton of floor space because this is your 2.6 rear tack. There's a ton of walkable, usable space in here, but I think it's really nice with all those extra options and extra hanging space. You guys could do so much more with this. I'm big into organizing, so that's probably why I really like this one, because you could organize it really well. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut these. This one here just has your butterfly latch on it. So when you guys pull it open, you're just gonna pull this latch right here and it will open, but you guys can also slam it shut. I'm gonna shut this one. Up above, while I'm shutting these, you guys can check out those pedestal lights we have up there, one on each corner. We have that for visibility as well. You guys have your visibility coming into the tack room as well as inside the tack room. We had our butterfly latch right here that locks. We also have a combination lock on this one that will lock with a combo as well, so not just your key. We've got 2 bus windows here for ventilation inside your tack room, which is nice to just get some of that wet saddle pad smell out of there. And then we have our easy angle ladder. Gives us access up into our integrated hay pod. The angle makes life a lot easier climbing in and out of there if you're carrying something, or if maybe on these cooler mornings when you get some frost and the stairs get a little bit slippery, climbing up at this angle is much easier than climbing straight up and down. And you guys could see how easily it flows and works. It's really easy to do. But this is going to get you guys up there to your hay pod and also access your generator. So this box back here on the right hand side is your Onan 4.0 gas generator. And then you guys can see your pod lid, and then this rear gate back there that also swings open as well. Nice to have that if you're storing maybe your wheelbarrow back there. You want to strap your wheelbarrow down. We could throw some airliner track up there so you guys can use tie down straps. And then the gate also helps keep it in, along with this ladder once we put this up. And this ladder also locks with that same key as all of your drops and all your doors. Gives you guys a little peace of mind knowing it's locked in place and not gonna kind of pop loose and then drag down the road behind you. But I'm gonna shut this ramp real quick and then show you guys the aluminum extrusion on this ramp. So we did carry it across that side ramp. Now we've carried it across your rear ramp here, but we did a V shape with the extrusion back here, which personal preference, I think it looks really nice. You guys could carry it full just straight across and match the trailer. But again, talking about those higher end classy finishes, the V shape looks really great. And then all your tail lights on this one have your reverse light built in. So this white X is going to be your reverse light. I've just got our 7-pin plugged in to show those off today. So that's why those are coming on. Got light switches on both sides, both rear posts, because I just talked, well, probably a little bit ago, I talked about how many lights we had on this trailer. You're gonna have light switches on both rear posts because of the number of switches we needed. But we'll step around to our head side back here. So these windows are gonna be your drop windows on your head side. It's gonna be the same as we see on our runaround trailers. No matter what size of trailer Cimarron builds, it's always gonna be the same finishes. So you still have your drop down jail bars, full one piece, no moving parts there. And then I had a customer walking through yesterday that wanted to hold open the latch as they shut either the door or the drop window. They were scared to slam it. I will tell you guys, I say it in my videos and I told them yesterday, these are meant to be slammed. So when you are bringing it up, just make sure you put your pressure at your latch, but then give it a good shove shut. These have very airtight seals all the way around them. So when you slam it shut, it's gonna be pushing that air out and giving it a really good seal. So just make sure you are doing that. And then underneath we have our mangers. We're gonna have a lot of extra storage in here. This part here, we're gonna have a little bit of space in between the wheel well. This works really well for those grain bags. Holds them upright and you guys can use this kind of as your mobile feed room. We also have 2 rows of bridle hooks there. So you guys can maybe store your shore power cord in here. You guys could hang up a bunch of extra stuff here, either for your trailer or as an extension of your tack room. These do all slam shut as well. On our second manger here, we've actually got an oversized door because it's in front of the wheel wells. You guys have a bigger space there if you needed to get larger items in there. And then on our escape door here, we also have another manger. So like I said earlier, all 5 stalls are getting mangers on this one. And I talk about Outlaw doing a good job of getting you guys all extra storage space. Cimarron does as well, because even underneath this manger here, you get another door for storage. So we always saw that shore power cord in our rear tack. This is where this is going to plug in. You have 30 amp service on this one because you have 1 AC unit. City water connections right here. So if you have that on-demand water, you're just going to screw in your hose right there. And then down below, you have your black and gray tanks. This is where you're going to dump those. So working around the back side of our hydraulic slide out. Remember I mentioned we have a water tank under our wraparound dinette. This is where this is going to fill. So your fresh water is going to fill right there. That's going to directly fill this tank right here. And then we have our second freshwater fill that fills the tank under the sofa right here. We have an exterior water spigot from that freshwater tank right there. So this is going to be, again, draining your house water. So you guys can water your horses and your dogs and all that with it, but keep in mind it's draining from your house water. We do have a lot of people that will install like a Half Moon 48-gallon water tank up in their hay pod and use that for their horses instead. And then coming around up front, we have our enclosed front end, which got us that longer nose we saw on the spec sheet because it has this roll-up door right here. Protects it from the elements, keeps everything nice back in here. So we'll start here and go that way. We have our hydraulic fluid right here. This is going to be the tank for that. Your hydraulic fluid is actually going to run your hydraulic disc brakes on this trailer. Full-size matching spare tire. Dual electric jacks that do have a manual override on it. And then coming around this way, we have our propane tanks under this one. And then up here we have our aluminum battery box. We got 2 house batteries, and then we have a 3rd battery for our air ride. And then over on our right hand side, over in there, we actually have our air ride controls. So it does have its own onboard compressor and is auto leveling. So all you need to worry about is that on off switch and the raise and lower. And then the drain valve when we are done with it. You're just gonna flip it to off, turn it to lower, and pull that straight towards you to drain the air out of it. Roll up door there, and then we have our sewer hose right here. Kind of just a nice space to get rid of that guy. And we also have an extra awning light right here, so giving you guys visibility down into this area when it's late at night, early in the morning, and you need to be doing stuff under here, you have visibility there. And then I just had our 7-pin plugged in to show you guys all those marker lights, but all of your other awning lights and everything are running off your batteries right now because we turned that generator off. Just wanted to show you guys, since we had so many, what they looked like when they were lit up. And then dual electric jacks, that's going to be your switch right there for those. Nice for leveling purposes. You never know where you're going to park. You guys can work those independently to get this trailer nice and level for you. So, a lot going on. Quick recap. This one is a 2025 Cimarron Norstar 5-horse slant load, 15-4 short wall Outlaw conversion. We do have an 8-year structural warranty with the Ciamrron, and then we have 3 years hitch to bumper with that Cimarron and Outlaw combined, full coverage. Longest warranties on the market today, so you guys should feel comfortable knowing you are fully covered for 3 entire years. This trailer just arrived last week. It is still available. Your stock number is going to be right here. It's going to be 5N240728. Again, 2025 Cimarron. This is a 2025 model. All my contact info will show up on your screen. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I can share all of these spec sheets and these build sheets with you guys and answer any questions you have. That is my cell phone that's popping up. It's 303-918-6367. You guys can call or text me with any questions. And then my email, Michaela.hall@transwest.com. You guys can email as well, whatever is your preference. But thank you guys so much for tuning in with us this morning, and we'll see you next week.